This is Kenya News Update today. Imagine your entire world disappearing underwater. Not in a movie, right now. In southern Africa, a wall of water is swallowing cities, cutting off roads, and leaving thousands stranded. But here's the twist. This isn't a natural disaster. It's a climate crisis unfolding in real time, and the human stories will break your heart. Coming up, you'll see the desperate choices people are making to survive, and why this flood is a warning for the entire continent. Meet Lucas Carnas, a resident of Bone, just 30 kilometers from Mozambique's capital, Maputo. He walks to work through chest-high water every single day. He waited over 3 hours for a special truck service, but it never came. The water is too deep. The truck cannot pass, so he walks. But here's what nobody's talking about. This isn't just about rain, it's about a dam about to burst. The nearby Pequenos Libombos Dam is at capacity. Water levels continue to rise. And the district of Bone is already completely cut off by road. Land communications have been cut. Now meet Sonia Andre, a vegetable seller from Matola. To buy supplies, she had to take a terrifying risk. A makeshift boat across a raging current. A 10-minute journey that cost her nearly €3, a huge sum for her. She said, "It was the first and last time. I was very scared. The return trip was extremely difficult and the current is very strong." Her fear is a symptom of a system failing. Local authorities are struggling. They can't meet the growing need for transport. They can't evacuate everyone. Many households remain isolated in high-risk areas with no safe way to leave. But here's the part that will blow your mind. This crisis spans two nations, cross the border into South Africa. The famous Kruger National Park is closed. Tourists and staff were airlifted out. Access roads are flooded. At least 2 camps are shut and evacuated. And the death toll is climbing. Authorities just found 2 more bodies about 300 kilometers north of Johannesburg. That brings the death toll in Limpopo province alone to 11 since December. Neighboring Mpumalanga has recorded 19 deaths. Provincial Premier Faf Iramathuba said, "The damage to our homes, our infrastructure, and tragically, the loss of human life is immeasurable. Water and electricity infrastructure has been badly hit." The South African Weather Service has the region on maximum alert. They're warning of more torrential rains causing widespread flooding. Back in Mozambique, the numbers are staggering. The UN says more than 230,000 people have been affected. At least 8 people have died since December 21st. President Daniel Chapo said they are rescuing people and distributing food aid, but the situation is still being assessed. Schools have been turned into shelters. Authorities are begging people in flood-prone zones to leave, but for many, there is nowhere to go. The implications are massive. This is a regional humanitarian emergency. Some say it's an act of God. Others point to a changing climate. The tension is real. Do we call this a natural disaster or a man-made crisis? It leaves one unanswered question: if the rains keep coming, where will 250,000 people go? This is the flood that's cutting southern Africa in two. Do you think the world is paying enough attention to this climate crisis? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking news.